others. I'm confident.
I'm caring.
We want girls to lead their own way. The WNBA and NBA are proud to support Lean In Girls, a free leadership program that any school can use to help girls build confidence and resilience, embrace their strengths, and take the lead. This is what leadership looks like.
Let's go, B12.
Colonel and Allen will jump it up, and here we go, game 4. Tomorrow, step 3 on the way. Yeah! Come on! Get on the rim, Scott! Get on the rim, Scott! Come on, baby! And Carroll going by Harris. Suggs well beyond the line. Trying to get free throws, takes it all the way, smashes it.
Good response. Okay, do it again.
So puts it on the floor.
Take care of the ball. Play it our tempo.
Cunningham, Robinson, fakes, dribbles, fires.
It's awesome. We need to continue building on that.
With the 4th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Caleb Wilson from the University of North Carolina.
A big market fit for Caleb Wilson's big personality here. 6'9" forward out of UNC headed to Chicago. I mean, you hear the music, right? That's a pipeline that has been successful before, and he shares this moment with his mom, Sabrina, his dad, Jerry, who coached him up until he was in 8th grade, and his 12-year-old sister, Jackson, who Caleb says he really wants to be a role model for, and he wants to continue to give her someone to look up to. But his season was cut short. He missed the final 9 games with some hand injuries. Now he uses that as motivation. But Bobby, you said that Wilson, he was one of the best pre-draft interviews you've ever done.
He was, and not just because he likes Fleetwood Mac and Legos like me, but listen, when you get down and sit with him, you can talk about personally, you can talk about on the court, and certainly on the court, the ability to process information, the ability to read scouting reports, watch films, study opposing coaches here. I love everything about him. He is joining a front court of Moses Mazelis. They're going to get out and get a trade Nick Claxton here. That is the making of a front court with a new general manager in Bryson Graham.
Caleb Wilson is an elite competitor that has all the physical traits to stand out as a two-way player in the NBA. Long and fast first step, the overall combination of size, speed, quickness, bounce, athleticism, you name it. He also plays with physicality. That'll help him make plays on both sides of the floor. My favorite thing, though, for him is his defense. On the ball, off the ball, in help side, he covers so much ground.
And does it oftentimes out of position where he makes these instinctive plays and recoveries.
Caleb, it was just about 10 years or so ago that you were an aspiring little hooper in Atlanta going to Hawks camp, and now here you are, the number 4 pick in the NBA draft. How did that kid get here?
That kid got here by hard work, believing in himself, and having a great support system. You know, I kept tunnel vision, kept working, and that's time to see red, man.
You broke your hand in February, and then you broke your right thumb in March. Just how is all that doing now?
It's doing great. It's doing great. I feel great, and I feel like that happened for a reason. You know, I'm grateful for the opportunity to play in the NBA, and I feel like if that would have never happened, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now.
And for you as parents, I know how proud you must be of your son, but not just for what he does on the basketball court. He didn't wait until he turned pro to start giving back. He's already done so much in his community in Atlanta. Just what does that say about your son?
It says how genuine of a person he is. He's a true lover of the community. He loves to give back and look out and help for as many kids as possible. It's just a genuine, true authenticity as a person.
Mom?
I feel the same way he does.
Congratulations to all of you guys. Enjoy the ride.
Thank you.
With the 5th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the LA Clippers select Keaton Wagler from the University of Illinois.
Keaton Wagler's mom, his dad, his sister, his brother, they all played basketball. This is a hoops family here, and you can see them sharing this moment. But Wagler, he's had a tremendous rise from back in high school where he ranked outside the top 100 to now being a top 5 pick, and his career really took off at Illinois, maybe in no bigger way than he was when he was a part of that scoring party of freshmen that we saw on January 24th. He had 46. That was the most points by a freshman in Illinois history. Andre, you've been high on him for a while. When did you know that he could be this top 5 pick?
Well, I certainly knew when he put up 46 at Purdue. I mean, that was clearly his coming out party, and when he let everybody know just how talented he was. And in that game, it was the 46 points, but at the end of the game, he had a pick and pop situation that he read correctly, and he got his teammate the ball. He had another pass to the corner to find his teammate for a 3. So his ability to score and put up 46 points and then still have the IQ to make the right plays down the stretch, that really blew me away.
And he can play on or off the ball, so he can operate as a point guard or as a shooting guard. He's an excellent shooter, makes great decisions, especially in pick and roll situations. It seemed almost impossible to speed him up. He played at his own pace, and that allows him the time to process things. With this little step back, he's an excellent shooter. And Andre, in that 46-point game, he hit 9 threes against Purdue on January 24th. But he can get to the rim and score. Very good passer, but his ability to change pace and change direction is really impressive. His vision is excellent. And this was a guy that was ranked outside the top 100 coming out of high school. I never really heard of him. And Tyler Underwood, Brad Underwood's son, is one that found him playing in Kansas. But this 46 piece he put on Purdue was masterful on a day where Kingston Flemings had 42 against Texas Tech, and Dybantsa put up 43 on that same day. Keaton Wagler, took home the prize with that 46. It was a remarkable performance. 13 of 17, including 9 threes in that game. Just a remarkable performance in Mackey Arena.
Keaton, how did you go from being unranked out of high school to the number 5 pick in the NBA draft?
I think it's just all the hard work that I put in, and not worried about what anyone else said, just staying true to myself and not worrying about the rankings or anything like that. I just continue to work hard and improve myself to show that I can play at this level.
You told me that because of all that, you have played for the last couple of years with a chip on your shoulder because of how people overlooked you. Will you be wearing that same chip in the NBA?
I will. It's something that I can't change my mindset with. I got to continue to prove myself to show everyone that I belong here and can be one of the best players in this league.
Mom and Dad, I want you to take a look at this photo of the little guy wearing the Superman. You see that guy? Cute, right? There he is. There he is. Just what are you most proud of, Mom, about that little guy?
I'm just proud of him, just following his dreams and just being a great person. I'm very happy for him.
And Dad, what did people overlook or maybe underestimate about that little guy and what he could become?
Hey, he may have a baby face, he may look younger than most of these guys, but he's a killer on the court. We saw that from the day he was born. He's just a competitive kid. He's just wired that way, and I think just a lot of people overlook him because he's a little bit slight in build and a little bit younger looking in the face.
Look forward to watching you Keaton in the NBA. Congratulations to all of you guys.
Thank you.
With the 6th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Mikel Brown Jr. from the University of Louisville.
Brooklyn fans thrilled here in Barclays Center, and Mikel Brown Jr., he was asked during the pre-draft process what he would tell his 10-year-old self, and he said that he would tell little Mikel that we're close to the dream, and we're so proud of how far we've come, and this is that dream realized as he hears the commissioner call his name. He describes himself as obsessed watching basketball, and guards Bobby in particular. He did deal with the back injury during the season. He missed some time, but the talent is so clearly there. We saw it February 9th when he put up 45 against NC State, 10 three-pointers, which tied the school record.
Well, and I think the big thing is you go back to last summer with Team USA. He was the best player there, and the coaches on that staff raved about him. The players on that team raved about him. In the last 5 games at Louisville, 21 points, 45 from the field, and 42% from 3. A big guard, can do a little bit of everything. His dad, listen, we're talking about a lot of families. His dad has played an instrumental role in his development.
And teams were so impressed, Jay, during the pre-draft process with the workouts that they saw from him.
Yeah, he can absolutely score. Uber talented. He's got late athleticism, great speed. He had the 3rd fastest agility time at the combine. And when he gets to the rim, because he's very good at screen and roll. And even though he only shot 35% from 3, made 55 threes on the year, he's a better shooter than the numbers indicate. But he does pass it well. There are times when you think he can make his teammates better even more than he does, but excellent in transition and a very creative finisher with either hand around the basket oversized. He did have that back issue. He played fewer games than Darryn Peterson did. But one of the games when he came back was the game you referenced against NC State where he came back at 45. There were rumors, oh, he's going to shut it down and prepare for the draft and all that stuff. Then he comes back at 45, and he wasn't able to play toward the end of the season. But the talent, undeniable.
He missed 14 total games, roughly a month in the middle of the season, and he came back, and then he missed all of March again. But clearly that is not deterring the Brooklyn Nets and the talent that they see, and he's with our Least Assaulters.
Mikel, you knew that you were going to be emotional when you heard your name. Can you describe to me what you're feeling right now?
I can't even put it into words. I'm just full of excitement. You know, I'm home. I'm calling this home now, so I'm super excited.
3 months ago, you told me that your back felt so bad that you couldn't even get out of bed, and this dream, it was in doubt for you. So now that you're a first-round pick, what does it mean that you got through all of that adversity and you're here?
It means the world. You got to face adversity at some point, and it hit right then and there. And I got a great supporting cast. Great parents, great coaching staff, great team, great teammates. They helped me out through that process, and I feel better than ever now. So it's just surreal for me.
And for you, Mom and Dad, Mikel said that because of the sacrifices that you guys made, that he didn't even know you were making at the time, that he wouldn't even be here without the both of you. And he said, especially for you, Dad, that he wanted to share this moment with you. What does that mean to you?
It means the world. I think when you're a father, what you start to realize is the moment that your kid or you have your kids that are born, you realize it's no longer about you, and it's everybody that's in the house. It's about them first. Then it comes back to you, and I think that's what makes men men. The ability to make sacrifice and put others before them for the greater good. So to see this moment, something that I dreamed of even when I played, and I think the Most High just knew, like, hey, I'm gonna give it to someone that I know you care about more than yourself, and to give it to him and to be a better person for it to happen to. So it's exciting and it's surreal.
Well, Mikel, we are looking forward to watching you do your thing in this building. Like you said, welcome home.
Welcome home, absolutely. I'm home.
Going for the win. Look at the determination on his face. I just flipped the switch. I don't know nobody else doing this. Don't ever stop.
You don't want me to pass the ball. You want me to shoot it.
I look forward to the heavy contested on 2 people shots. I work on those shots all the time.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Darius Acuff Jr. from the University of Arkansas.
So Darius Acuff, the Bob Cousy point guard of the year, joins the fraternity of John Calipari guards in the NBA. And this is really full circle because he's been selected by the Sacramento Kings. His father played point guard at Eastern Kentucky, and his dad's coach, Scott Perry, who's now in the front office for Sacramento. And I mean, if you look up the definition of an electrifying scorer, you're going to see that young man. Measured at 6'2" at the combine, already drawing comparisons to other greats of his stature. Allen Iverson dubbed Acuff the next him. And Jay, you've called him a walking bucket here.
Well, he's a creator. Averaged 23 points, over 6 assists. He was the only player in Division I to average over 20, over 6 assists, and shoot 44% from free. He is powerful, compact, and he's got great speed. And his ability not only in transition, but to get to the basket and to finish plays. And he played hurt throughout the year. He had a toe problem. He was in the boot the second half of the year. He did a boot during the week, and John Calipari was trying to get him to take the game off, but he wouldn't do it. Didn't really have many bad games at all. But Darius Acuff Jr., lightning quick in transition, but just elite offensively. Can shoot it, can drive it, and an excellent passer that's got terrific vision. Really good in pick and roll situations, shot over 48% from the field. Very good in isolation as well, but the speed and the length that he has at 6'2", and the way he finished the year, his last 8 games, he averaged 26 points a game and shot 48% from free. You know, the MVP of the Southeastern Conference tournament, he was absolutely unstoppable. Played with some good players. You know, Malik Thomas is expected to be taken in the first round as well. Trevin Brazil, but Darius Acuff was the man. And look at this one.
Darius, you are blinging out right now. Just what makes this moment so special to you?
It's very special. Just being here with him, seeing him smile, that's the best moment.
And Dad, you took him to the gym when he was just 4 years old. Just how did you know that he was born to play ball?
I mean, it was the look in his eyes. You know, it was the look in his eyes when he first was born. His eyes lit up when he put the basketball in his hands. So I knew it was something brewing.
I know you guys must be proud. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Lisa, thank you, and congratulations to the Acuff family. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, it's the Atlanta Hawks that are on the clock. Welcome back to Brooklyn, where the Atlanta Hawks have made their selection here. If a freshman goes, it would tie the record for the consecutive number of freshmen taken at any point in the draft. Here's the commissioner.
With the 8th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Kingston Flemings from the University of Houston.
Kingston Flemings, the first Houston freshman to earn All-America deal as part of the Derek Queen trade last year, but at the NBA level, defense is going to be his calling card. But shooting, it was a huge area of growth for him from high school to college. And Andrea, his breakout day was once again that same day that we saw several freshmen have these huge scoring performances. January 24th, something was in the water.
Yeah, something was going on there, and it definitely was for Kingston Flemings. It's fitting that his favorite player is Derrick Rose because Kingston Flemings is a dynamic point guard with a high motor. He shifts defenders with his handle. He has a quick first step, and he has bounce. He can finish on his mid-range jump shots. He has soft touch, and he can also take it all the way to the rim. He's a great facilitator. He brings so much, and he talks with a sense of urgency. He plays with it as well.
They need additional guard talent in Atlanta, and they just got it because they don't have a lot of playmaking outside C.J. McCollum. He's going to provide some of that. He's a willing passer, but if you put a defensive lineup out there with Dyson Daniels, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, and Kingston Flemings, that's top tier in the NBA for ball pressure. He's going to a really good situation, a team that wants to win now. And he's such a good mid-range scorer. He gets to his spots, and Aday, you're right, like his speed and his quickness, really impressive. And when he gets into the mid-range and rises up, he's a deceptive athlete. I think he's an excellent athlete. He gets to the rim and finishes and does it with speed. He's improved his perimeter shooting. He shot just under 40% from three. He only took 105 or so, made 41. And that's like, he's got an unorthodox shot. Like the hand position on the ball, I know he's working on it, but the shot goes in. Like, why do you mess with it? It goes in.
Kingston, tell me, as you're walking up to the stage to shake the commissioner's hand, just what thoughts go through your mind about the journey that got you here?
Yeah, like you said, the journey. I mean, put in work, early mornings, late nights, my dad and my mom always working, so it feels great, but I'm just ready to work for Atlanta.
Now, Mr. D, you had Kingston and his sister Bella, who's also a star hooper. You had them write out goals. Just tell me, why did you think that was so important as you see him sitting here now as an NBA first-round draft pick?
I mean, ultimately, it was never about what I wanted, and I think our job as parents is to just guide our kids on how to achieve their goals instead of placing our thought process on them and what we want for them. So they write down their goals, and then our job is to just keep pushing them towards that.
Mom, how proud of him are you right now?
I'm so proud. I always thought little Kingston would be even more proud of what he's accomplished with the goals that he set for us so many years ago. And now today has come to fruition. This was the ultimate dream.
Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With the 9th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Morez Johnson Jr. from the University of Michigan.
Morez Johnson Jr. reuniting here with his head coach, Dusty May. You can see the excitement there. He started in all 40 games for Michigan, and all of his averages jumped from his freshman year at Illinois to his sophomore season at Michigan, and he chose Michigan in part because of the development for the NBA. Dusty May kind of looking like a proud pops there. This is a little bit of a homecoming moment here for him. There's going to be some familiar faces as he makes this leap as well. But Morez Johnson Jr., he had a double-double in the championship game against UConn. And Jay, you've called him one of the best front court defenders in this draft.
Yeah, maybe the best. I mean, he's a defensive weapon out on the floor. He's a powerful athlete that's relentless, and relentless is really hard to beat at any level. Shot 71% at the rim. He's 6'9", really strong, and he's got a 7'3" wingspan. So he can be a lob threat. He can be a screen and roll guy. He can operate out of the dunker spot. But as a defender, as a primary defender, his opponent shot 35% when he was a primary defender. He can switch onto a point guard, not just stay in front for a couple dribbles. He can guard that guy. Get steals, block shots, and when he takes the ball to the basket, he can absorb the ball but still punch it on you. Just the most versatile defender in my view in this draft.
When I'm trying to think of notable players who have made the jump with their head coach, maybe Rick Pitino, Ron Mercer in the 1997 draft. That's all I'm coming up with, Bobby.
Well, that didn't fare well. So hopefully this
was Jay say when you go to a Dallas team that's undersized at the 4, you have DJ Washington right now, you pair him with Cooper Flag in there, that is certainly a big front court.
Lex, I know you said that Dallas needs shooting, but when you think about Morez Johnson Jr., he is working on his shooting. His shooting got better at Michigan, but he's an excellent cutter. He lets the offense come to him. He shot just under 70% at the rim and 90% on dunks, and that's why his teammates were so happy playing with him and now happy for him in this moment.
Yeah, his shooting stroke, when you look at his mechanics, to me that lends itself to extending his range.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it now defensively. When you put him next to Cooper Flag, you talk about versatility in your front court. Guys that can slide their feet but also play much bigger at the rim. P.J. Washington has been playing the 4 for them a lot. They finally have a guy that's 6'10" to play there.
Really emotional here for his family. This is a dream that they've collectively been working toward, and now Morez is with Lisa.
Morez, how much do you think your coach had a little bit to do with this bit?
This is the second day. I think he had a little bit, but not too much in this. But it's crazy, man. We got work to do. Back to work.
What does this moment mean to you?
This moment means a lot to me, man. I've been thinking about this since I was a little kid. Dallas has always been a place I wanted to go, and it's insane that I'm actually going to Dallas.
And Dad, I can see what it means to you. Can you describe what you're feeling right now?
Man, it's amazing. It's amazing. He worked hard for it, though. Real hard.
And you told him back in 6th grade when he was doubting himself a little bit that you told him what he had to do to make his dreams come true. What was his message? What was your message to him?
Just work hard, keep working, outwork everybody, and you will make it.
And he was saying, like, ignore all the outside noise. You won't catch up to him later. I remember that.
So what do you think about following Coach May to Dallas now?
Man, it's insane. The Michigan Mavs now. But I'm very grateful for this opportunity, man, and I'm excited to do it with my coach. We won together this past season. Looking forward to winning with him in the Mavs when I get there.
Looking forward to seeing you in the NBA. Congratulations to you all.
Russell will inbound at half court. Stockton, open three. John Stockton sends the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals. John Stockton finishes with 25 points, the last 3 at the buzzer.
And what a great moment for the Utah franchise. Their proudest moment ever.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It happens every morning. Full body nutrition and fuel to start whatever's next. Quaker, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 26.
I feel like I'm past first point guard that plays with flair, a lot of energy, excitement. I love to be an energizer, running out on the floor and play at my own pace. Just bringing in New Jersey swag that I carried with me my whole life in my career.
She has a great opportunity here in Minnesota to be coached by some of the greatest ever, with Coach Reed, but with Lindsay Whalen as well.
Being coached by Coach Way has been an experience, a great one so far. She's been in my ear, just giving me tips, wisdom. She's always excited to see me out there playing. Little things like that keep me excited, keep me motivated. And obviously, someone who's won a lot, so I can learn from her for sure.
I'm sure she will be fearsome for WNBA opponents this season, especially as she continues day by day to get more and more comfortable.
With the 10th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Brayden Burries from the University of Arizona.
After helping Arizona get to the Final Four, Brayden Burries is on his way to Milwaukee, and I'm half surprised, guys, that his family didn't show up here today with those famous T-shirts with his face on them that they wore all season long to his games, which I just love. But Burries, he led Arizona in scoring, just over 16 a game, and his college coach, Tommy Lloyd, describes him as a laid-back, unassuming guy, and it makes sense because he listens to gospel music before games to calm him down. And Bobby, you called him the silent assassin.
Well, I do. I mean, I got to sit down with him talking. He was a man of few words here. But the one thing I did learn is that he loved watching those Chicago Bulls teams back in the day of Tom Thibodeau, and now he's a stone throw away in Milwaukee here. And here's a big guard, 6'4", 215, grab and go, offensive rebounder here. He's got some toughness with him.
What does a Burries hero backcourt start to look like?
Two guys that can really shoot it and have some toughness to them. And, you know, Brayden Burries is from San Bernardino. Really good player in high school, very highly regarded. But this last year, he was number 3 in the country in plus-minus behind Yaxel, Lendeborg of Michigan and Cameron Boozer of Duke. He impacts winning. He's a smooth shooter, very skilled, fundamentally sound, and he's got really good speed. And he makes really impressive plays at both ends of the floor. I mean, the scoring stands out, his open court ability, but he makes defensive plays. He had a huge block at the end of the game against BYU on the road that wound up saving the game when BYU made an amazing comeback. But he's an instinctive defender, gets steals, and he makes the play that's required. You know, DeAndre Ayton was the only freshman at Arizona that scored more points in his first year than Brayden Burries did, and he did it on a Final Four team. He's a really good player, and he's got no memory. Like, once he does something, it's in his rearview mirror. He doesn't think about it. He's on to the next thing.
Which is a perfect segue, Jay, because what stands out to me the most when I think about Brayden Burries is his strength, not just physically, but mentally. And if you look at the start to his season, this, like you said, Jay, he put it behind him. In November, 10 points per game. He struggled against Florida. He struggled against UConn. He was in single digits. Did not matter. He turned the page, and he was dominant from December to April to help lead one of the best teams in the country. Mentally, physically, he is a very strong player.
Brayden Burries is with the Salters.
Brayden, you said that this game is bigger than you and that you have to have multiple whys to play it. Just what were some of the whys for you wanting this moment?
Some of my whys was just say, like, I want to take care of my family. You know, I want to inspire the younger generation that's next to come. And also, I want to be something that's bigger than myself. You know, and just try to be the best version of myself each and every day.
And you told your dad that this moment is ours. You said that both of your parents helped get you here, but you said, especially for your dad, this moment is ours. Why do you say that?
Because, you know, he grew up playing basketball, same with my mom. And I just want to make sure that they know that they can live through me, and I try to make them happy every single day.
Mr. Bobby, what does it mean to you to hear him say that?
I could be honest with you.
That the moment belongs to both of you, that him being here belongs to both of you.
Oh, man, it's an honor, man. He put a lot of hard work in, a lot of sacrifice. He could have went down the wrong way, not listening. He's really respectful, great character, and we really appreciate him.
Ms. Hannah, what kind of person are the Bucks getting in your son?
Wow, somebody with a lot of integrity, who is a hard worker, who is dedicated, honest, has great character, and he's going to give his all out there.
Well, we look forward to watching him in the NBA. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you so much.
With the 11th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Yaxel Lendeborg from the University of Michigan.
You know Yaxel is a national champion and a Big Ten Player of the Year. But Yaxel and the woman standing beside him today are one of the remarkable stories of the draft, and you can see the emotion here. But Yaxel credits his mother, Giselle, with saving his life when he was struggling in high school, and he told me that when he walks across the stage, he wants people to know that there were so many times, he said, that it was hard for me to believe in myself, and he was close to giving up. And this woman, Giselle, it was his mom, who used to call him every single draft night and ask him, are you watching? Because someday this could be you, and someday this could be us. And Yaxel found out that his mom had appendix cancer last fall, and she's still in that fight. But he told me that this moment is for her. You can see that here. A tremendous story, Jay, and a tremendous player.
He's an outstanding player. You know, he started his career in junior college. college at Arizona Western. He's a two-time JUCO All-American. Went to UAB. And last year at UAB, there were two players that led their teams in scoring, rebounding, assists, steals, and blocks. It was Cooper Flack at Duke and Yaxel Lendeborg at UAB. Then he goes to Michigan, and he was second in the nation he led the nation in plus-minus, second in win shares. He's a winner and improved his three-point shooting. He made 67 threes this year. That's more than the prior 2 years combined.
I can see you're both still feeling it. Just describe to me, Yaxel, what's going through your heart right now?
Every emotion possible. You know, I don't deserve to be here right now. Didn't have the traditional path. You know, this is like I'm truly unworthy. I can't believe it.
You deserve to be here, but I saw you share we all saw you share a long, tearful hug with your mother when you heard your name announced. Just what was she saying to you?
She was saying we did it. All the sacrifice that we made, we finally accomplished it. You did it. She's proud of me, and she's so excited.
Just 6 years ago, you said you were kind of lost. You didn't see a future for yourself. Just how did that kid get here?
That kid got here because of her. She pushed a dream, forced me to go out there and step into the world and become a man. You know, I had no choice but to go out there and do the best I could. So I got out every day to be a better man, be a better person, and just do the best I can for her. So everything I do.
And now your mom is facing a challenge of her own, battling cancer. Just how special is it to be sharing this moment with her?
It means everything to me. That's the least I can do for her. You know, she's done so much for me. She's put her whole life on hold for my life, and I'm super proud of her for fighting so hard, and I'm glad we get to share this moment together.
Miss Giselle, how are you feeling right now? How are you doing?
Right now, I feel so blessed. It's a dream come true for us, for Yaxel, and I think he deserves it because he sacrificed a lot.
How did you know that kid who seemed lost, how did you know that this is who he could be?
Because I know he has very potential. He was an amazing kid, and I know it's gonna be great. And he has a dream. It's a dream come true. He wanna be NBA. He's in NBA right now.
You deserve to be here. We wish you nothing but the best, Ms. Giselle.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Because moms know. And because there is the kid right now who is watching the NBA draft, or maybe has it on in their background and their parents are watching and they're trying to figure it out, who they are, how they fit, what they want to do or who they want to be. And maybe they're a little lost. They don't know. And their parent is saying, well, this is the path. And it's always hard when you're a kid to listen to your parents. But Giselle and the Lendeborgs are a testament to believing in yourself, persevering, pushing through, and good things happen. And as Lisa said, we're certainly wishing Giselle all the best in her journey right now through battling cancer as well. With that, it is the Oklahoma City Thunder that are on the clock. The pick is in. Let's send it back to the commission.
With the 12th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Aday from Zaragoza, Spain, and the University of Michigan.
Another national champion coming off the board and headed to the NBA. Our draft expert, Jeremy Wu, has called Mara the most skilled center in this draft. And his measurables at the combine, they were so impressive. 7'3", with a 9'9" standing reach, 7'6" wingspan. He's an excellent passer for his size, which makes sense because he says he studies Nikola Jokic's decision making. But defense, shot blocking, legs, that's his calling card.
That is, and also he's a guy that you can really trust with the basketball. To go to the right place for dribble handoffs, excellent reading cutters. Now that offense lends itself to it. For as many traps as SGA sees, there's a lot of short roll action, a lot of balls get kicked back to the screener, and then you trust to go make a play. He can do that, and then very agile, great rim protector. He's a guy that can do a lot of things defensively to help you on the back end.
Oh, I'm just looking at the measurables, and somebody else who's in the conference, Jay, that Oklahoma City struggled with, not at full strength last year. Could he be someone that they try to task with stopping a Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's the obstacle in their way to the finals out of the Western Conference. And with that wingspan he has of 7'6", 7'7", he impacts things around the rim. He blocked 103 shots this last year.
I know that you're an avid chef. Just, what's the recipe to turning a tall, skinny kid from Spain into a first-round draft pick?
I think the big one, I would say, if I had to choose, is the consistency. That was the biggest play, the biggest thing that I had to do. Being patient, to be from that little kid right there playing with the basket to just being selected.
And you started playing pro ball in Spain when you were 16. Just how did that experience, plus winning a title at Michigan, how did that help prepare you for what's coming in the NBA?
Everything, everything that I've done during my life, since I was a kid, going to college, playing pro in Spain, all these things that really helped me to get where I'm at. So I'm very happy that I did it. I'm very happy that I have these two people here just helping me through all this process.
Well, you're the third Michigan player selected already tonight, so I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot of fun tonight. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. And coming up here, we're going to be joined by the #1 pick, Aday Dybantsa. Can't wait to chat with him about his journey from BYU to the Washington Wizards.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to 24 Seconds with me, Darryn. When I'm not playing basketball, I'm spending time with my family.
Always been a big family guy.
Favorite meal is my mom's cooking, and my favorite meal that I can cook is Frosted Flakes.
It's going to be a first. Guys eating cereal on broadcasting a game.
That's a wrap. I'm out.
Speed. Who says this guy's slowing down? 40, almost 41 years of age. Come on, I couldn't do that when I was 20 years of age.
We got some Jalen Brunson trivia here. Who scored more points in their NBA debut? You, Mikel, or Josh?
I don't think Mikel scored his debut because our debuts were against each other. I had 3 points in my debut, so I'm going to say, I don't know if Josh scored either. I'm saying me.
What team did you have your first 40-point game against?
Do I want to say the Bucks?
It was the Bucks. Can you name 5 players you've assisted the most in your career?
Is one Julius?
Julius.
Is Luka on there? Yeah, Luka's not catch and shoot.
We got a junior. We got a double last name.
No, double last name. Finney Smith?
Yes, sir.
That's a good hint. Double last name. Who's the junior?
Tim Hardaway.
I never called him junior or Tim Hardaway Jr.
The other 2 are easy. Current teammates.
Josh. Current teammates.
Don't overthink.
Deuce? Who's it?
Mikel.
Really? Okay, Mikel.
Okay. Yeah.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express consent of the NBA.
In 1950, when the Boston Celtics selected Chuck Cooper with the 13th overall pick, he became the first black player to be drafted. And a month later, Nat Sweetwater Clifton was the first black player to sign an NBA contract with the New York Knicks. And on opening night, Earl Lloyd broke the color barrier as the first black player to appear in an NBA game. And joining us today to help celebrate these pioneers' achievements, the first overall pick in the 1960 draft, the Big O, the legendary Oscar Robertson, is in the building. Always great to have him inductee. So you're going to see that it is the Miami Heat that is on the board here, but really remember this pick is on the way to the Milwaukee Bucks. Miami hat, Milwaukee Bucks contract. With that, let's send it back to the commissioner, Adam Silver, to see who the Milwaukee Bucks select.
With the 13th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Nate Ament from the University of Tennessee.
You can see him getting the call right here that Nate Ament is headed to the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, the pick says Miami. He is headed to Milwaukee, the freshman forward out of Tennessee. He really left an impression with his size and his skill, and he's got room to grow. And I mean that both metaphorically and physically, because doctors say that his growth plates are still open. And Ament told our Mark Spears that he believes he has the best upside, he said, in the draft, and he's not even scratched the surface of the player that he believes he can grow into in the NBA. His coach, Rick Barnes, said that Ament is everything you would want here in a player, Bobby.
Well, and I think the biggest thing, too, is that he played hurt towards the end of the year and still averaged 7.5 free throw attempts in the last 10 games here, 2.3 assists. He is a big, and he's going to, as you said, he's going to develop into that body here. And he goes to a Milwaukee team that added Brayden Burries. I had them 8 and 11 on my draft board here. I think they've got two really good young players.
There's some big shoes for him to fill here in Milwaukee, Andrea.
Nate, first I want to ask you, when you got drafted, we saw you on the phone. Like, who were you talking to?
Talking to the Milwaukee staff. Super excited to have me. Met with those guys a couple times, so we're super excited.
Now, you've said that no one gets to decide the type of player that you are, only you. Just when did you decide that you wanted to be an NBA first-round draft pick?
I would say probably my, when I first started playing basketball with my brothers at the park, just realizing how much the game means to me, but how much it brought us closer together.
And this is your moment, I know, but I know that you also wanted to share it with your mom because of everything that you went through, just your difficult journey from Rwanda to the United States. Just what has your mom taught you about, what was going to be necessary to achieve something like this?
Yeah, I can get emotional speaking about it, but she's always supported me, believed in me. Just seeing her resilience and strength through it all just meant a lot. So.
This is totally you escaped civil war in your home country. I'm told that you worked 3 nursing jobs to help the family. How did watching Nate walk across that stage, shaking the commissioner's hand, how did it make all of that worth it?
Make me feel very happy. I think he's a very good kid. He did everything I told him to. We told him to. He listened, and he's a great kid. That makes it easy for me as a mom.
Well, congratulations to all of you. Enjoy it.
We have a trade to announce as part of a deal to be finalized later. The Miami Heat are trading to Milwaukee Bucks the draft rights to Nate Ament, the 13th pick. And with the 14th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Hannes Steinbach from Würzburg, Germany, and the University of Washington.
Hannes followed that German pipeline to the University of Washington and is now headed to Charlotte. And he played professionally in Germany before coming to Washington. His father, as you can see, was actually teammates with Dirk Nowitzki in Germany. And Steinbach, he met Dirk, he interacted with him when he was a kid, hung around his dad's practices, and Steinbach, he told our Bobby Marks that he believes his rebounding can keep him in the NBA legs for the next decade.
There's no doubt, and they need that in Charlotte. Look, this is a prolific offensive team. They can light it up with anybody. They need some front court depth. They need a guy like this that can go get the basketball. He's strong, very difficult to root out once he gets position. Tough, hard-nosed is exactly what the front court needed in Charlotte to go with all of that shot-making ability.
Well, when we talk about the German lineage at University of Washington, he relied a lot on deadlift trap.
Giannis, you were the first freshman since 2008 to lead the nation in rebounding. Other than being tall, which you are, just what are the Hornets getting in you that makes you such an elite rebounder?
I think just my energy to always go to the ball, always crash the fence board, always want to finish play on defense, and just my intuition and reading the glass.
Now we have a message from a very special friend we want you to take a listen to.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got to ask, sir, if he didn't get his skills from you, where did he get them from?
From the mother.
Okay. That makes sense. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a family affair there for the Steinbach family. That has a good sense of humor. We apologize for the audio difficulties that we had there. But coming up next, Aday, Dybantsa, the number 1 pick, is joining us here on set. That's coming up after the break.
Going for the win. Look at the determination on his face.
I just flip his face. I don't know nobody else doing this. Don't ever stop.
You recognize your genius. All you need is opportunity. And the NBA Foundation is here to help America's under-resourced youth create, build, and grow careers. We're investing in your future because we're dedicated to helping young people win in whatever arena you choose.
It is a pleasure to be joined by Kenny Atkinson, head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the reigning NBA Coach of the Year, so congratulations on that. And congratulations on an incredible year that you guys had. I guess I want to start with what you learned throughout the process, particularly how the season ended. I think we all know how hard it is to get it across the finish line and win it with the year you had. What did you learn about your team throughout the season, and then certainly, how it played out at the end that's going to help you going forward next year?
We have a lot of talent. We play together. We got great leadership. But listen, Tim, I like our chances. I mean, we're in that small group. It's got a chance. But we got a lot to prove, right? This is 3 years now where we've been kind of knocked out. 3 years in a row, we've been knocked out at the same stage. So I'm sure you and everybody else out there is saying, hey, they got to prove it to us. And we understand that. We welcome it.
We did it. I love you. I got you, man.
Those are the sights, the sounds of draft night so far, but right now it's the Chicago Bulls that are back on the clock here at pick number 15, and they made their selection. Here's NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 15th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Dalen Swain from the University of Texas.
Dalen Swain played his first 2 years at Xavier before following his head coach, Sean Miller, to Texas, where he became the SEC Newcomer of the Year. He led Texas in scoring, in rebounds, assists, steals, and his first memories of the NBA are watching Russ, Katie, James Harden, and our guy Big Perk in Oklahoma City. And I do love this. He says that he uses his NIL money. You can see this is just so emotional for him. He used his NIL money to pay off his mom's college debt, which is just so incredibly special and a testament to who this young man is, Jay.
Yeah, you mentioned Malika. He led his team, Texas, in scoring, rebounding, assists, and steals. He was the only major conference player to do that. He averaged 17 points, just under 8 rebounds, and just under 4 assists per game. He's got good skills and good athleticism. But most of his scoring is below the rim. But he can splash, get downhill, very good in transition, and he's tough. He's a really good cutter and crashes the glass. The one thing that he needs to improve upon is his three-point shooting consistency. Shot under 30% from free for his career. And I think he can improve his lateral quickness, but he's a tough-minded wing.
We are joined by AJ Dybantsa. I was almost going to say from BYU, but now officially we get to say of the Washington Wizards. AJ, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for joining us. This has, I'm sure, been a whirlwind, but you said to me yesterday that you had been number one in high school, you were number one in college, and you had no thought of dropping, is how you put it now. So how did this feel? And then also, when did you know? When did you get the call?
I found out when y'all found out. I didn't get a call. My dad had my phone the whole time. So when they said the pick was in, I was just hoping that was me. And Adam Silver called my name, and I was super excited.
And that's how you wanted it to be, right? To live in the moment, to not get some tip from an agent or a call from a front office. You wanted it to be Adam Silver who gave you this great moment.
Exactly how I wanted it.
And how did it live up to how you pictured it?
It's just super surreal. Kind of how you envision it. When you're a kid and you just think about getting drafted, it's exactly how you feel.
I know you want to flip the page very quickly. You're already looking forward to summer league and putting in the work. Who is the Washington Wizards? Who are they getting? And how are we going to be talking about you 10 years from now?
They're getting a super versatile player. Just willing to play multiple positions, guard multiple positions, but do whatever it takes to win. This is the coach's dream, I think.
What do you think, AJ, that you need to improve upon as you mature as an NBA player?
Probably just off-ball defense and getting more engaged and just consistently working on my three-point stroke.
I know one area that you've talked about improving in this past season was your leadership, especially when Reggie Saunders went down. How did you grow as a leader at BYU?
I think I did. As soon as Reggie went down, KY kind of challenged me to be that leader. I'm not going to lie, I didn't think I could do it. So I was a young guy, 19, and there's like 24-year-olds on my team, but he was telling me, like, if you go to the league next year, it's what you're going to be dealing with. So you might as well reach right now.
I played in Washington a long time ago, longer than I'd like to admit, by the way. But they will get behind a team. They will get behind a team. I think you're the kind of guy that could do that with them. What do you know about their personnel? They've got a lot of young guys, a lot of lottery picks on that roster. What do you know about their style and how you're going to fit with the guys they currently have?
Definitely after re-signing Trey, they have an all-star point guard and then AD coming back. They got an all-star base who won the championship, so I definitely can learn from those vets. But you're a young team and they want to grow and their potential is there. And I think the sky's the limit.
I know that your pops has had your phone, but have you heard yet from AD, from Trey? The text started rolling in yet?
I heard from Alex Starr and Keaton.
Okay, what was their message?
They're just saying, like, enjoy the moment. They remember being in my shoes, and they just can't wait for me to get to DC.
Yeah, it's certainly a close-knit group that's forming there in Washington. Before we go, we have a very special surprise here from you, from our friend at Tops. This is the very first NBA trading card. The very first one. We got to sign it. Okay, let's do it. Live on the air.
Pressure. It's the pressure.
That's a nice Johnny Hancock that he's got there. This is the very first NBA trading card. Let's see it. All right. And what does it say at the bottom there?
First NBA auto.
My first NBA auto.
NBA auto. AJ, your message to Washington Wizards fans that are watching right now.
I'm just ready to come to the city, just work. I'm just work ready. I think we can do big things.
We're ready. I am so excited for you, happy for you, and I gotta say, my friend, your lineup is clean.
Crispy.
Yeah.
Crispy. Shout out Mario, my barber.
How many haircuts in the last
3 haircuts in 2 days.
There it is.
Yeah.
Is that a record?
That's my record.
That's Jay's record.
I had the same today.
Same thing. AJ, thank you so much for the time. We really, really appreciate it. In the meantime, it's the Memphis Grizzlies that have been on the clock that have made their selection here. Let's send it back to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 16th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Bennett Sturts from the University of Iowa.
Bennett Sturts has had such a unique rise to the NBA. He didn't receive any Division I scholarship offers, and now he's the first-round pick. And at Iowa, he led them to the Elite Eight this past year. That's the furthest they have gone in the NCAA tournament in 39 years. All smiles here for his family. And Jay, you called Sturts your top sleeper maybe in this draft.
Yeah, he can really shoot it, Malik, and he's excellent in pick-and-roll situations. But that deep range, his footwork, he uses fakes really well, he uses deception. But his decision-making in pick-and-rolls, when he was in a pick-and-roll, he averaged 18 points per game out of those with scoring and assists that he was able to create. You know, there are certainly questions about the defensive profile, but I always thought back, Legs and I were talking about this before the draft started, I always thought back to like Kyle Korver. I remember when Korver came out of Creighton, you know, people were questioning his defense. What, he played 15 years in the league?
Right.
You know, when you can shoot it like Sturts can shoot it, you're going to be okay.
With the 17th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Ebuka Okori from Stanford University.
Wow. Ebuka Okori, the ACC scoring champion out of Stanford. We shared a flight here. He was lovely to chat with. This young man, he is a microwave scorer. Before deciding to go to Stanford, his final college choices were Harvard, Brown, and then, of course, the Cardinal. And originally, he picked Harvard before deciding that he was going to go to Stanford. But Jay, his best game this season, probably February 7th, right when he had 40 points against Georgia Tech.
Yeah, 9 freshmen at 40 in a game this year. I've never seen anything quite like that. But Ebuka Okori, you know, he set a freshman record for scoring average in the ACC at 23 a game. And he had 8 30-point games, including that 40-point game you mentioned against Georgia Tech, where he had 7 threes. 7th in the nation in scoring, another young guard that's got tremendous speed and quickness. He can change pace. It's impossible to stay in front of him.
Jay Billis, do. Your best available now as we are just over the halfway point of the first round of this NBA draft. Could one of these young men be next off of the board? We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Charlotte Hornets on the clock.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water. When you're driving to the biggest sporting event in the world, how you get there matters. Turo, rent a car, not a rental car.
This is the one who makes sparks fly. Getting it done takes the right material, experience, and the right partner. The professional-grade products you need. Call clickgranger.com or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
The investors pulled our funding. What do we do?
I'd go tumblers.
Like acrobats?
No, custom branded tumblers from Custom Ink.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, our logo.
Let's fucking go!
Over 10,000 swag options, ink is more than you think.
GLP-1s can quiet food noise. But what will fill the silence? With Noom, your GLP-1s are paired with a personalized plan, so you can lose the weight and keep it off. Get started now for $79.
On the ship, you represent His Royal Majesty, and shall dress accordingly.
Sorry, is there any leeway on the uniform? Flippy floppies, perhaps?
Silence!
Think about it.
No!
Yo, check it out. Another promo from Hard Rock Bet. A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party. That's so meta.
No, that's not meta. That's meta.
You think this is meta? This isn't meta. That's meta. Hey, what's up, meta? Man, you're so meta.
Open the Hard Rock Bet app and see your new promos today.
Hey, another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
Now that is meta.
No, I am meta. I don't even know which one is the real me. You're meta.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore.
With the 18th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Christian Anderson Jr. from Texas Tech University.
Christian Anderson Jr., the Big 12 most improved player this season, and a big part of that, right, was his assists per game. They jumped from 2 to just over 7. Anderson recorded the most assists in a season in Texas Tech history, and he made the second most threes in a season in program history. And Bobby, he doesn't lack confidence because he's the best shooter in this draft, according to himself.
He's got some swagger in a good way here. He is part of the German national dual citizenship and played for Team Germany here, 42% from three. And yes, when I met with him, he said, "I am the best shooter in this draft." And now he goes to a Charlotte team that has LaMelo Ball and Knippel, certainly one of the best shooters in last year's class.
Yeah, you mentioned dual citizenship. His dad, Christian Sr., was born in Germany, played college basketball, and then Anderson Jr. briefly lived in Germany during his father's playing career. But he also has really good defensive instincts here, Jay.
He does. And one of the things, I thought that Christian Anderson was the best pick-and-roll playmaker out of this college class last year. And your point, Malika, about his improvement, he took over the point and played with J.T. Toppin, who was a favorite for National Player of the Year. And those two were devastating in pick-and-roll situations playing together.
With the 19th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Alan Graves from Santa Clara University.
Santa Clara has had several notable NBA players here recently. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, Brandon Pajemski, of course, Steve Nash, and now Alan Graves, the West Coast Conference Sixth Man of the Year, coming off the bench, 31 of 35 games, the WCC Freshman of the Year. He earned first-team All-WCC honors as well, Jay, and is now headed to Toronto.
Yeah, another freshman, and Alan Graves kind of came out of nowhere playing for Herb Sendek at Santa Clara. He's 6'7" or so, got a 7-foot wingspan. He's physical, powerful, high IQ, really good offensive rebounder, but he's got versatility. He can post, and he's a good screener. He goes screener to scorer very well, average about 12 points per game, almost 3 offensive rebounds per game, and he's a good open three-point shooter. But when he operates as a screener in a pick and roll, he can roll hard or pop. He plays angles really well, and he's got great hands on the defensive end. He gets a lot of deflections and a lot of steals. There's a lot to like about Alan Graves.
That's the thing for me. He's got great anticipation on defense. He can be ahead of the play, and he can dictate. He can be aggressive. He has a high motor. But even if he finds himself a step behind, he's got quick hands and a quick reaction time. I know you all talking about perimeter shooting. He is a pick and pop threat, not a guard, but he has the ability to pick and pop and knock down threes. He's also a great connective piece offensively. The ball doesn't stick with Alan Graves. He keeps it moving.
With the 20th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Jaden Quaintance from the University of Kentucky.
Yeah, he's 1 year removed from tearing his ACL at Arizona State, transferred to Kentucky. He played just 4 games, and then he dealt with some swelling in that knee. But his head coach at Kentucky, Mark Pope, said Quaintance is one of the most physically strong, explosive, powerful human beings that I've ever seen. And that is what the Spurs are banking on. The draft continues after this.
With the 21st pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Kareem Lopez from Hermosillo, Mexico, and the New Zealand Breakers of the NBL.
19-year-old forward Kareem Lopez. This is a historic moment because Lopez is the first Mexican-born player to be drafted in the first round. He's from Hermosillo, and Lopez, he told Sports Illustrated that he wants to show people that come from the same situation that I come from, that it's possible. And really, he's done just that. And this is a family dream. His father played professionally in Mexico and for the Mexican national team. When Kareem was little, he would go to his dad's practices and dribble a ball around, and he's preparing for this. He's been preparing as a pro since he was 14 years old. When he left home, moved to Spain to play professionally before his most recent stop with the New Zealand Breakers, which is part of the Australian Professional League. Our international expert, Fran Fraschilla, has more. Fran, there's so much to like about this young man's game.
With the 22nd pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select LeBaron Philon Jr. from the University of Alabama.
This is some of the most emotion we've seen tonight. And LeBaron Philon, he's from Mobile, Alabama, the area. He stayed close to home for all accounts, Bobby, this young man, he put in the work. He took all the feedback. He improved his outside shooting. He had that notable 35-point performance in the Sweet 16. And that fast pace that he played with at Alabama, Jay noted how fast it was, right? That's going to translate well to the NBA as he makes his walk to the stage.
Yeah, I mean, he played such a high-octane offense at Alabama. There was a ton of spacing. They were electric in transition. He's a quick decision maker. And we talk about his shot improving. He's never had to improve his handles. He has had that from the very beginning. The ball is on a string with LeBaron Fine. And now that he has the more threat of shooting, he can get into the paint. And with going to Philly, think of all the options he has to find around him. He also improved his assists per game this year.
All right, 22 picks down, and now it's the Atlanta Hawks that are on the clock next. The New York Knicks, the defending champs, are coming up right up after the 2026 NBA Draft. We'll be right back.
With the 23rd pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Zuby Ejiofor from St. John's University.
Honey, I have a friend with benefits.
What?
A friend with benefits.
Hey, Doug.
Shaq, Keel, O'Neal is your friend with benefits?
Yeah, with the Credit One Bank X5 card, you get 5% cash back rewards on gas, groceries, and internet.
Benefits.
We should have him sign something.
I'll sign the router.
Wow.
Don't sell us on the internet, Doug.
It's there.
Get the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa signature with 5% cash back rewards on everyday essentials. Credit One Bank. What's ahead?
The FIFA World Cup is back, America, so jump on the bandwagon. Hey, Marshawn, hop on, buddy.
You know I'm more of a football dude.
You can call it that, too?
That's good enough for me. I'm on.
Take it back up. Do you fancy soul and mayonnaise? Who cares? Just pick another team.
Stay right.
David, wrong side. If this ain't winning the FIFA World Cup, I don't know what is.
NBA playoffs are here, and it's the best time of year.
Playoffs, man, nothing like about to go down, man. I'll have fun with it. We got to do it together. I got to do my part.
We got to bring it in. We got to match it. Come on now. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait.
48 minutes together. Let's get this done. Go home. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait.
I think you got to be a 10 right now.
Looks to step back 3 over Gilbert Alexander.
One moment at a time, you make the right decision over and over again.
So should I break it to them, Bobby?
You can let Sean break it.
Sean Sharanya is reporting, after all that celebration, that this pick is heading to the Los Angeles Lakers for the number 25 pick. But please, please do not let us stop your celebration here. Just know that the number 24 and number 25 picks are actually swapping. I don't want to
talk about a party. Talk about a party pooper.
All right, so really here it is the Lakers that are on the clock, but New York will be making the next pick right after that. And since there is this festive atmosphere in the air, Bobby, let's just stick with New York, because why not? Again, even though this is on the move. Lex, you just got off of calling the NBA Finals. This feels like a pretty complete team that's returning their guys.
Yeah, it's complete, but there's still some depth issues. They're still trying to figure out what's going to happen with Mitchell Robinson, so there could be a need there for a backup center. They probably would like to have a little bit more size at the guard coming off the bench. Instead of going with Miles McBride and Jose Alvarado, like it's just a little bit more size as the ball handler. But look, this team found perfect chemistry at the right time. There's not a whole lot to add when you just won an NBA championship. Yeah, you hit it right on the head, depth, right? When I saw Jose Alvarado walking around here, he's got listen, he could be a free agent. He's got a player option in his deal here. And I think when you look at Landry Shamet and Mitchell Robinson, I think when we're looking at New York going back from 24 to 25, I know this is the Lakers pick right now, but Cameron Carr could certainly be a replacement as far as when you're looking at shooting.
I'm not so. I don't want to rush to turn the page for the New York Knicks from the championship legs because it was so special to see a team. We heard Adam Silver say it in our pre-draft show. For a team to win their first championship in 53 years, for it to be the New York Knicks, it's just incredible.
It's electric. It's electric for the league. That environment, that team, that franchise, a starved fan base. You got it done.
The chief of that starved fan base, Spike Lee, on our ABC set, and someone gave him the Larry O'Brien trophy to keep track of.
Does he get to take it home?
Trophy. I'm sure he is. You know what? If Richard Jefferson can order a replica of his 2016 trophy, I feel that Spike Lee gets to order a replica here as well, Jay. Why not?
They may not get that one back.
He was praying with Stephen A. last year, and those prayers came true. Jay, when you're looking at it again, this pick is headed to the Los Angeles Lakers, but your best available at this point, who are the guys that you have your eye on?
Well, Cameron Carr, who Bobby just mentioned from Baylor, who is a spectacular athlete, started his career in Tennessee and then went to Baylor and averaged about 19, 20 points a game last year. A player I really like, Chris Jr. from Houston, 6'11", an outstanding rebounder, impactful defender whose offense really started to blossom midway through the season at Houston. And then Malik Thomas at Arkansas, who can really shoot it. I mean, we talked a lot about Darius Acuff Jr., but that guy can shoot it just as well, and he can make a lot of difficult shots and terrific range. So I would say those guys, and then Cole Pete from Arizona, who's not necessarily a shooter, but a big, burly, strong rebounder and kind of middle game paint scorer.
Well, the pick is in. I know we see the confetti, but again, this is headed to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Knicks will be picking after this. So for the Los Angeles Lakers selection, here's NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 24th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Cameron Carr from Baylor University.
The All-Big 12 team selection. He played his first 2 years of college at Tennessee before really coming into his own at Baylor. He had a breakout season after transferring, averaging just under 19 points a game at Baylor. His measurables at the combine, they really skyrocketed his draft stock, Andre. How has he developed?
Incredibly. I mean, you talk about the combine, 38-inch standing vertical, that was second best, 42.5 max vertical, that was the best among guards. He also put up 30 points in the combine scrimmage, and I talk about the scoring, but my favorite play, he gets a block on one end and then goes down and gets a transition layup dunk, alley-oop on the other end. To me, he's an explosive athlete. He's got speed, bounce, body control. He runs the floor hard in transition, and he also has deep range, which opens up the floor for everything else and the rest of his teammates.
He's got a really good-looking stroke from deep. He can go out to 23 to 25 feet, so he's not just an athlete. He's a lob threat. He's a guy that can get out in transition. I love the way he shoots the basketball as a guy you can just plug in X amount of minutes, space the floor, play off of your playmakers.
First, we have trades to announce. As part of deals to be finalized later, the Oklahoma City Thunder are acquiring the draft rights to Bennett Sturts, the 16th pick. The Detroit Pistons are acquiring the draft rights to Ibuka Okori, the 17th pick. And the Memphis Grizzlies are acquiring the draft rights to Kareem Lopez, the 21st pick. And with the 25th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Sergio De La Rey from Valladolid, Spain, and the Valencia Basketball Club.
Sergio De La Rey, the guard out of Spain, who was the youngest player to win MVP of the Spanish Super Cup. And let's bring Fran back in here. Fran, we will see when he debuts in the NBA, but this is a guard with positional size. What is this group getting?
Well, Lakers wanted a shooter, they got a shooter. What you know about international players at the end of the first round is they are great role players. This young man's played 70 games already this year. By the way, Valencia is up 2-1 over Barcelona in the ACB Finals. A lot of experience. Some people think he's a point guard. No way. He's a shooting guard at 6'7", and he can handle the ball some in pick and roll. But I absolutely think this is a solid pick for the Lakers. Luka's going to love him because they can speak Spanish on the court. But given where he is experience-wise, 20 years old, perfect.
Muy bien. I like it. Friends, thank you very much. All right, next on the clock, we have the 2023
Nuggets select Terrace Reed Jr. from the University of Connecticut. With the 27th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Chris Sonek Jr. from the University of Houston.
Chris's coach at Houston, Kelvin Sampson, had high praise for the freshman big. He said, quote, he's never had one bad ounce of body language. He's always one of the first ones in the gym and one of the last ones to leave. And wherever he's playing in the NBA, that team is going to be lucky to get him. Well, it's the Boston Celtics that are the lucky beneficiaries here. He studied players like Anthony Davis. He could be a 4 or a 5, although Houston seems to use him as a little bit more of a rebounder than a shot blocker. Jay, how do you see that shaking out in the positionless NBA?
I think he's got the potential to work out as a stretch 5 in the NBA. You know, he's almost 6'11", and he's got really long arms. 7'5" wingspan, impacts the game on the glass. It's really good defensive rebound. He grabs offensive rebounds too, but he can change and block shots around the rim. He's a very good rim finisher. Shot about 74% at the rim, but he's a great combination of size, length, and athleticism. And he's mobile with his rebound. He just doesn't get the rebounds in his area. He can rebound out of his area, but he's got a high release on his shot. He's got a good mid-range touch that I think can stretch out the three-point range in time. In the last 6 games of the season, playing with Kingston, Flemings, Emmanuel Sharp, Milo Suzanne.
With the 28th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Joshua Jefferson from Iowa State University.
This is always one of my favorite parts of the NBA Draft. When a young man who decides, you know what, I wasn't invited to the green room, but I still want to come, sit in the stands, take a chance, and wait to get my moment when they have that. And Joshua Jefferson, the senior forward out of Iowa State, he took that chance on Brea, and now he gets his moment in person with the commissioner.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. A smart move by Joshua Jefferson, which is very fitting because he made a ton of smart moves on the basketball court. He has a high IQ, he's skilled, he can make plays, he does a little bit of everything well to impact and change the game. Physical on his post-ups, he plays through contact, and he can handle the ball and pass it. There are so many great things about Joshua Jefferson that he's bringing to the next level.
Yeah, he's an excellent passer as a front court player. He had a 23% assist rate. You know, he rebounds the ball. He's not an elevating big guy. You know, he plays on the floor. Started his career at St. Mary's and transferred to Iowa State to play for T.J. Osselberger.
And then there were the final 2 picks of the first round of the 2026 draft after this. Well, it's been a fun night so far, an evening that started with Dybantsa being drafted #1 overall by the Washington Wizards, and his new teammate welcomed him. He said, hold on, I'm not so sure I'm ready to give up my number 3 jersey to you quite yet. Hey, the commissioner has the pick. The graphics say Cleveland, but our Shams Charania is reporting that this pick is on its way to Sacramento. So really, this is the Sacramento Kings on the clock.
We have another trade to announce. As part of a deal to be finalized later, the Minnesota Timberwolves are trading to the Brooklyn Nets the draft rights to Joshua Jefferson, the 28th pick. And with the 29th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Alex Caravan from the University of Connecticut. With the 30th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Koa Pete from the University of Arizona. And that concludes the first round. The second round of the draft will begin tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on ESPN. Thank you and good night.
Where are the hardest arenas to play? The altitude in Denver is no joke. Basketball is more than a game. It's a connection to each other, to ourselves, to what fuels us. A connection to our minds and the habits that bring us clarity and balance. To our bodies and the choices that empower us. And to our community and a shot to be part of something bigger than ourselves. Give Total Health a shot. Get connected at nba.com/Total Health.
What is our mindset when we don't have the ball? How desperate do we want to get that ball? 50-50 balls, rebounds, boxing out, okay, guarding all the way through a possession. Okay, that's it. That is the only thing between us and the acceleration to become a great team. Come on now, let's go. Be clean, let's go, be clean.
I want this more. Come on, play. Come on. Front, back, front.
We got to be more physical at the point of attack. That's it, good. That's it, Ant, good. There you go, good. Be down and ready, Nas. Be down and ready, Nas. Down and ready. There you go.
Fine. Chase. Wait, I'm going to you.
Nice. Good job, good job, good job.
Which player do you think landed into the perfect fit? And I understand there could be multiple answers for this, but which one stand out to you the most?
I mean, I was looking at it, and I'm thinking, like, when we talk about this, we think, like, who has the best opportunity to win Rookie of the Year, right? Like, I think Acuff being in Sacramento gives him an edge to be Rookie of the Year. Like, he'll have the most opportunity. I like Kingston, Flemings in Atlanta as well, but they have a lot of pieces there. I watched Brayden Burries, who played in the Throne a couple of years ago, and he was one of my favorite players. Like, in this young class, one of my favorite players to watch. I love that he's in Milwaukee, but he also has Ament there too. So, like, those two guys are going to have some opportunity. But, man, outside of Acuff, it's, like, hard to just say. Like, Cam Boozer, of course, in Memphis, he'll have probably the most opportunity as well. So outside of Cam Boozer, it's probably Acuff. But when I say Rookie of the Year, I'm just not saying they need it, but the trophy doesn't matter. But it's the best situation for them to have the opportunity to shine. That's why I'm saying that. But if you're talking about longest tenured career and actually winning, and that'd be like a great role player, then you're talking about the teams that have picked pieces like OKC getting a 7'3" guy to help their group.
Aday Mara.
San Antonio getting two bigs to, like, help their group. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are
Junior acquaintance. Yep.
These are good pieces, like, and I feel like these teams that are also still that are good already and that great at drafting still have not missed. In my these guys are still picking well. You know, they haven't missed yet. Outside of that, Atlanta, I like Kingston Flemings in Atlanta. I like the situation for him. I think he'll have a good opportunity with some young core there and learn from. I don't know if CJ might be there for the year or not. Yeah, I mean, AJ's AJ. He's going to be in Washington. We don't know what Trey and AD is going to happen. We don't know if they're going to flip AD or not. Darryn Peterson's going to be Utah. I like that situation for him, but again, we don't know if they're going to play him a point guard or two guard. And he only worked out from one team. I don't know if it's going to be an Ace Bailey situation where they're, like, trying to groom him and figure it out if he doesn't want to be there because he didn't work out for anybody else. So we'll see. But I did like the Kingston Flemings at Atlanta. I did like those other pieces that I said. But when you talk about San Antonio, OKC, like the rich getting richer and finding pieces that matter and that those guys will have a long tenure career because they'll be great role players and not expected to do a lot. They're able to just grow and groom and then learn from everybody ahead of them. No better situation for those bigs in OKC and San Antonio.
That was probably my biggest takeaway from this draft. It felt like the Spurs and Thunder went into this draft thinking about each other. The Thunder were thinking about Wemby, and the Spurs were thinking about we need to sustain Wemby.
OKC and New York, we need bigs. So I know Cornet. I like Cornet a lot, especially regular season. But they're like, we need some more depth there, and I guess they didn't trust it enough. So
yeah, I want we can get into that a little bit more, but let's satisfy the need and the thirst for the big names. So here's what we're gonna do, Danny. We're gonna try and play a little speed round here. We'll do one sentence and one sentence only on each top 4 pick.
Okay,
ready?
Yeah.
AJ Dybantsa goes number 1 to the Washington Wizards.
As expected. I mean, I didn't see he has the most upside, the most potential. The one sentence I would say, this is what he deserved, this is what we expected. And, he's the number 1 pick, as he should be.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how he develops, knowing that he doesn't have to have the ball in his hand because you have somebody like Trae Young. And if Trae Young plays a big role in AJ Dybantsa eventually being a player that was worthy of the number 1 pick, then it's money well spent.
Yeah, if he plays well enough and helps grow this young kid into number 1 potential franchise player, then it's definitely worth it. Kind of like with not Cat different, but like what Anthony Edwards was able to do under some other guys over there in Minnesota before a lot of them left. Now, the only person that comes to mind is really Cat,
Right. Yeah, help him grow, and then eventually it's his team, and he can continue to assume more responsibilities. But I do think if you're a Wizards fan, you have to be. It's been a long time, Danny, since the Wizards fans have had optimism, and they finally have optimism. So good for them. All right, I'll ask you a specific question. Darryn Peterson goes number 2 to the Utah Jazz, and now you look at the Jazz and you say potentially Walker Kessler, Larry Markkinen, Jaren Jackson Jr., Keontae George, and Ace Bailey. In my opinion, that should be booked for a playoff seed next year. Should they be booked for a playoff seed next year?
Yes. I think they can get more depth, and they should be a playoff slot team. Like, they might be in the play-in, but I still think they can be a playoff team. Like, they can be a 6-7 seed type thing.
I do think the Memphis Grizzlies, if anything, needs to be commended for how well they draft.